Okay, day one of rebuilding the Harley Softail, 2-week anniversary of having a little crash. I don't know who got hurt worse, me or the bike. I think me. Still on crutches with the knee. Bike laid down on its right. Some not too bad a damage to the fender. Headlight broke. Spotlight and signal popped off. Still have them, still work. So did the headlight, but I've got some parts collected and I'm ready to go. A little damage on the mirror and a crack. Floorboard was pushed up into the pipe, but didn't hurt the pipes. Kicked it down so I could drive it home. I didn't want it on a tow truck. You know what they do to it. Chuck it on its side and more damage than the accident. Saddlebag took a big beating, but saved the pipes and all the signals and everything on the rear end. Bars not bent, forks not bent, no dents in the tank. Day two of fixing the Harley Softail. Got it lifted up, got the fender off. Got the headlight back together. I ordered a bezel, but it didn't fit. So I ground and buffed out the other one the best I could. It's good till I order a new one. Have to get a threaded hollow piece that mounts between the spot and the signal, but it's bolted on temporarily. Next step is footboard off. Hammered back out or replaced. I've got new mounts for the rear pegs since that was broke, and new pegs to go on as well. Whiny shop dog. Not for one day, it's tough getting around on the crutches. Fender's off and ready to start working on. Got the spears off. This is the replacement front bumper. Fits exactly like the original. Not quite the same, but it'll do. Got new spears as well. Not dented really, just a little bump out on the corner here. That'll hammer back in and pull that in square again, but it's not too bad. So day three, jacked it up a little more securely. I didn't like the way it was sitting. I've pulled off the saddlebags and taken off the mounts for the floorboards that were stock and put on some nice regular popsicle passenger pegs, both sides, a little more compact. And take the opportunity to put a missing bolt in the belt guard. So I took the bags off to do some work on them. Left side obviously good, right side was ripped through on the corner here. I'll put some kind of patch on there. The corner was buzzed off, but not too much damage considering it tucks in tight. So I'll stitch it up, or rivets of some sort. A little bit of shoe polish. It might not look too bad. It'll show some scars and tell the story. Got the floorboard off. Over in the vise and the anvil, I've been hammering it out with various tools. It's looking much better. Nice and straight now. Was pretty twisted up. Didn't get a picture of that. Floorboard mounts a little bit twisted up. We'll take a little heat and hammer and get that straightened out. Mounted up some nice new mirrors. One was broken. They're pretty close match. So I just put them both on. And I got the floorboard mounts all repainted and straightened out. Straightened out the floorboard really nice. The mounts were slightly damaged underneath, but I've done them with two-side tape, mounting tape for now. Everything lines up again. Get those on and functioning again as well. I like to keep all my nuts and bolts labeled and organized in a piece of cardboard. The board's back on now and functioning again. All bolted up, straightened out. Good to go. So day four was putting the floorboards back on and fixing up the inserts that were torn off the mounts a little bit. Took the opportunity on day five to reattach an old luggage rack that I'd made up for another bike, and I'd refit it to a couple by now. And I also just fabbed up a quick license plate bracket. I didn't like the stock straight up and down one. I might change this later with a proper ordered in piece. I've also got a kit with the proper nuts and bolts. I'll find that in another day or two. But I think it looks a little better with the end cleaned up a bit. Something to look at with the saddlebags off until I stitch those. So day 5 and 6, I've been playing around at the fog light setup here. It took a little punch on the fall and it broke this threaded piece that's hollow that goes between the signal and the spotlight, runs through the mount, and that's what holds them together. Now that is a piece I have no idea where you can get. So in the meantime, being inspired by red green, I've improvised with the ceiling lamp fixture from my house. I'll thread the inside of that and it'll put together. Use the short piece out of the signal and it goes through the mount just fine without having to alter anything at all. If I get another piece at another point, that'll be great. In the meantime, there was only one small little dent in the back which buffed out pretty nice. I hammered it out. Same with the rings, the headlight as well. I've got another one coming on order hopefully, but it's back together for now. And this one had a slight damage. I will probably find a piece to replace it as well, but in the meantime it'll be good for now. So the next step is to take this wire which runs up there, which was cut off of course, and strip that. I'll solder and extend a little piece so that it reaches into the fog light. So I've got the wire soldered on now. Put the short piece of threaded rod back through. Got a little chunk of heat shrink on there. We'll just take that down. Smart money would have been to run the threaded rod over the wire before I started the joint, but a little bit of filing. It all works out. And this will fit through the other one better. It's a tight fit for the original rod, but the larger one, of course, hopefully we'll see. Shouldn't be a problem. The heat shrink will stop it from shorting out. There, that'll thread in and go up into the spot. And we'll have a pretty good fix. So we got the top set out. We're set up, we're 5/16, number 18. So tap that in and see how it goes. Got them in my version of soft jaw vise, which is a chunk of an old inner tube, but it works. Do what you got to do. Helps to watch a lot of YouTube, guys like Red Green and Vice Grip Garage, and being a Boy Scout. Teaches you a bit about being resourceful, I guess. Get laughed at sometimes, but hey, get the job done. You only need to go in there about half an inch or so. And that's going to do it. That's our piece now, from the signal up through the spot. Okay, so we're all soldered up, got it threaded and put together with a little Loctite. We'll just test fit now, see how it's going to look. Put the right spacers in there. Thread it back through the mount. That's the little swivel for adjustments. We'll see once we put the bulb and everything back in here, it may require a little more off of the thread there. It is a pretty tight fit. This is just a bit of a lackluster nut system here since it is home electrical wiring. But I'll rig up another one to have a double nut in there to get a good lock so it doesn't come off. A little Loctite again, possibly. Being difficult. There we go. We'll set it up finger tight to see what we got, but it's looking good. Okay, that's going to be pretty much as good as new, as long as nobody looks too close. So that's the almost finished product. It's all lined up. Just need to put the bulbs back in and obviously set it all back up, and it's good to go. I got a whole other video coming of putting this bike back together after I laid it down and been rebuilding it for the last couple of weeks. Hope you can find that one in my other videos. Thanks for watching. Okay, so the bike's all back together, cleaned up a bit and polished for now. We'll take a better wash and get some white wall cleaner. But it is done. The rear end didn't take any damage in the accident much. Just the bags tore up, but they saved the pipes and the seat and lights and everything. I did make a new license plate bracket to lay down a little smoother. Passenger peg was broke. Had to buy a new mount and peg for that. And repair the board was banged up. I had to clean that up. Broke one mirror, so I got a new set of those. The headlight was broke, a new light for that. Fog lights were damaged, but I just repaired them. I am waiting for one piece of chrome for that. It's cleaned up for now. Put on new signal lenses. The big part was the fender, was mostly damaged. So I did the body work on that and all new chrome because it was damaged. I didn't want to wait for red paint, so I took a chance and tried something with the white that I had and the red pinstriping to mimic the machete stripe on the tank. Not sure if I like it yet, but it's done. I'll wait for comments and see what people think. But it is done, and right now I'm going for a ride.